Hey everyone, AMS Bowfishing here. Today let's show you how to rig up your retriever to the riser of your bow and some of the cool features of the integrated clamp quiver assembly. It's very easy, it's very user-friendly. Basically all you need is an 1/8 inch Allen wrench to set it up, and all the retriever models work the same way. There is no difference between them, so let's jump into it and show you how to mount the retriever to the riser of your bow. Alright, so first things first, you've purchased that retriever. Now it's time to set it up on your bow. So we've opened the package and of course you've got your retriever. And then inside there was also a little baggie of mounting hardware. So first thing that we're going to do is we're going to remove the clamp quiver assembly from the retriever, and you're simply just going to loosen up this T-screw right here. Just loosen up a little bit and then you can just slide the retriever right out of there. Now you can go ahead and loosen this up, and there's going to be two parts that separate. You've got the part that has a slab nut in there that moves back and forth, and then you've got your quiver part here with the screw. Next thing we want to do is open our mounting hardware. And inside there's going to be a black space here, kind of like a domino. You can set that to the side. What we're looking for is either the two 7/8 inch button head screws or the two small 3/8 button head screws. Now more than likely these are going to be the two screws that are needed to mount the retriever to the riser of your bow. And then the rest of the stuff inside there, you've got a knock and a shock pad in there. That's just extra parts in there. You can go ahead and put that back in the baggie. Those will not be needed. So we've got the riser of your bow sitting here, and of course this is just a riser. There's no limbs on here. I don't want to be knocking stuff over as I'm showing you, so we've just got the riser here. I'm right-handed, so when I mount the retriever, it's going to be on the right side of the riser. If you're left-handed, it'll be on the left side of your riser. So you've got your shelf right here, and the two sight holes you can see, one here and one right there. That's where we're going to take this piece that has a slab nut in there, and you can see I've got two holes right here where the screws are going to fit into. Now, when I line that up with those two sight holes, I want to line it up to where the bracket is flush with the front of the riser. You can see if I line it up this way here, you can see how much forward that's sitting outside of my riser. That's going to create that retriever to be a long ways away from your fingers, and you're going to have a hard time grabbing that trigger. So you want this here bracket pretty much flush with those front of the riser and those holes. So now we got it set on there. Now we can go ahead and grab those two 3/8 button head screws. Put one in, grab your 1/8 inch Allen wrench. And you're going to start to tighten it. Don't tighten it down completely because you might need to adjust the top part to find that little sight hole screw. So we've got it lined up right there. And go ahead and put the other screw in there. And now we can tighten it down. Now you can go ahead and completely tighten them nice and tight. All right, once that's complete, we can go ahead and grab our quiver assembly. And right here we've got our slab nut. We can go ahead and tighten those two down with that T-screw. Now you don't want to tighten it really tight. You want to keep it nice and loose like this here, because we have to slide the retriever up inside there. And on the clamp quiver, there's a groove, and then on your retriever stem, there's a groove as well. So you can line those two up, slide it up in there, and tighten it down. That's it. Very simple. The retriever's on there. I'm ready to go out and hit the water and start bow fishing. But let me show you some of the cool features of the integrated clamp quiver assembly. It's very nice because, say you have shorter fingers, longer fingers, you can simply just turn this T-screw here, and you can adjust the retriever back and forth, up and down to wherever it fits your trigger finger the best. Once you get that located, you can just tighten it down, and now it's set in that position. Another awesome feature is, because we're out shooting in a lot of weeds, a lot of muddy water and stuff, you do not need any tools to remove the retriever from your bow to clean it up the next morning. So simply just take it off. You're just going to loosen up that T-screw. Bang, I can remove the retriever, I can go clean it, I can pull all the line out of there, I can blow out all the dirty weeds and debris out of there, get it ready for my next bow fishing trip. But one of the really cool features on the clamp quiver assembly sits right back here, the arrow quiver. Now this works great when you're going from spot A to spot B on the water, you set your bow down, you don't want your arrow bouncing around in the boat, or if you're bank shooting and you're walking through the grass and stuff, you don't have to hang on to the arrow and hang on to your bow. You're simply just going to slide that arrow into that arrow quiver, slide it in there, and now it holds your arrow in place. Awesome feature right there. Now, as far as the black spacer and the 2 7/8 screws, those would be needed if you had a different riser that was skinnier or had a different formation to where it was really tight, your knuckles were hitting on the retriever on the backside, your thumb was hitting on it. You would put that spacer on first to push that away from the riser to give you more clearance for your hands. Generally, this is not even needed. You won't need it, like I said, but if you need it, it is there. So that right there is assembling the retriever onto the riser of your bow. Like I said, it's very simple, it's very easy, it's very quick, and it's very adjustable. From all us at AMS Bowfishing, enjoy the great sport, and we'll see you on the water.